The youth wing of African Democratic Congress, under the platform of the Coalition for Project Rescue Nigeria, has disclosed that the ruling party of Progressive Congress (APC) has consistently misused state institutions and deployed investigations and allegations not as instruments of justice but weapons of intimidation and naked political witch hunt against the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, and the former Governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai. The organization made this statement at the African Democratic Congress press conference in Abuja with a theme, "The Political Witch Hunt of Abubakar Malami and Malam Nasir El-Rufai." The conference speech, which was delivered by the National Youth Leader of African Democratic Congress, Honorable Balarabe Rufai, posited that the practice of using state institutions as a tool to witch hunting political opponents undermine credibility of the nation's institutions and erupt public trust in governance.
Nigerians and defenders of our hard-earned democracy, we stand at a precious crossroads where the pillars of our republic, justice, the rule of law, and the sanctity of ballot are being systematically dismantled by an administration more interested in consolidating power than in governing with integrity. Today, I speak not just as a concerned citizen, but as a voice for the millions who see the shadows of tyranny lingering over our nation. On the political witch hunt of Abubakar Malami San and Malam Nasir El-Rufai. For months, we have witnessed a coordinated state-sponsored assault on the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, and Malam Nasir El-Rufai witch hunting. We are gathered here not merely to discuss politics, but to confront a pressing issue that threatens the very foundation of our democracy: the misuse of state institutions for political witch hunting. In recent years, we have witnessed a troubling pattern. The ruling party, the APC, has consistently deployed investigations and allegations not as instruments of justice, but as weapons of intimidation. This practice undermines the credibility of our institutions and erodes public trust in governance. Let me emphasize, witch hunting is not about accountability. It is about silencing dissent, pushing defectors, and creating fear. It is about turning the machinery of justice into a political tool. Abubakar Malami, former Attorney General. Despite serving under the APC, Malami became entangled in selective probes once political interest shifted. His case illustrates that loyalty offers no protection when political expediency demands otherwise. Malam Nasir El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State. After leaving the APC for the ADC, Malam Nasir El-Rufai faced relentless investigations and threats of arrest. He himself has spoken of persecution, describing these actions as politically initiated attempts to silence his voice. His experience serves as a warning to all who dare to stand against the ruling party. Broader implications. This culture of witch hunting has grave consequences. It undermines the independence of our institutions, It deepens political divisions and weakens national unity. It sends a dangerous message that power is valued above justice and loyalty above truth. Such practices cannot be allowed to define our democracy. Call to action. As we approach the 2027 elections, we must demonstrate better. Nigerians deserve institutions that are impartial. As we approach the 2027 elections, we must demand better. Nigerians deserve institutions that are impartial, justice that is fair, and governance that respects dissent. Civil society, the media, international observers, and most importantly, the voters must reject this culture of persecution. We must insist on transparency. We must insist on accountability. And we must insist that democracy in Nigeria serves all citizens, not just the ruling party. In conclusion, witch hunting has no place in free society. It is a betrayal of justice and a threat to democracy. Together, let us stand firm against intimidation and uphold the values of fairness, independence, and truth. Thank you, and may Nigerian democracy remain strong and just.
Speaking on the second phase of the theme of the conference, the principle of non-interference by both the judiciary and Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), the National Secretary of the Coalition for Project Rescue Nigeria, Honorable Habib Yusuf, disclosed that the engagement of the judiciary and the INEC in the internal affairs of political parties could create precedents that undermine their credibilities.
We stand at a pivotal moment in our nation's democratic journey. The relationship between our political parties, the judiciary, and the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) is fundamental to the integrity of our democracy. Today, I wish to address a significant aspect of this relationship: the principles of non-interference by both the judiciary and INEC in the internal matters of political parties. Political parties are the backbone of our democracy, serving as a platform for diverse voices and aspirations. Their ability to operate independently is crucial to fostering a vibrant political landscape. Each party must navigate its own internal dynamics, make decisions that reflect its values, and cultivate leadership that resonates with its membership. This intrinsic autonomy is vital for robust democratic engagement. First, let us turn our attention to the judiciary. It is well understood that judiciary independence is a cornerstone of our rule of law. Courts are essential for upholding justice, ensuring that every citizen's rights are protected. However, judiciary engagement in internal affairs of political parties can create precedents that undermine its autonomy, leading to interpretations that may politicize the judiciary itself. The judiciary also refrain from intervening in the internal governance of political parties, allowing them to space to manage their affairs without external coercion or influence. Similarly, the role of INEC as an impartial arbiter in our electoral process is paramount. INEC is tasked with overseeing free and fair elections, ensuring that the electoral playing field is level for all participants. When INEC becomes entangled in the internal workings of political parties, intentionally or unintentionally, it is risk compromising, it is partiality. Therefore, INEC must strictly adhere to its mandates, focusing on monitoring elections and facilitating a fair process rather than intervening in party matters. We must remember that political parties, whether in power or oppositions, contribute to national discourse and policy direction. Their legitimacy system from how they manage their internal processes, engage their members, and represent the interests of the electorate. It is essential for the growth of democracy that these parties are allowed to evolve organically without undue influence from external forces. To achieve the flourishing democratic process, we must cultivate an environment where the judiciary and INEC respect the boundaries of their roles. Political parties should be empowered to resolve their internal disputes through the established mechanisms. The principles of democracy thrives when each institution recognizes its responsibilities and refrains from overstepping, which INEC is doing presently. I urge all stakeholders, political parties, INEC, and the judiciary to uphold the sanctity of our democratic structures. Let us foster a culture of respect for the autonomy of political parties, ensuring a vibrant and resilient democracy that thrives on diversity, fairness, and the rule of law.
Also lending their voices on the theme of the conference, the Director General of Coalition for Project Rescue Nigeria and convener of the conference, Honorable Ismail Issa Ohiari, who is aspiring for Amak Ambari Area Council Federal House of Representatives, and other participants of the conference have this to say.
We have sent the message already. You were here, you heard everything, we have hammered on some certain key issues in terms of witch hunting, and internal party affair that INEC are trying to, cause confusion within the party and all those things. So that's why we're here. We have gone around all the 22 wards and we have seen it to ourselves. There is nothing, both the senator, both the House of Rep, there is nothing they have done. Not even a street light that are put in place in FCT. By the grace of God, if I have been elected as the House of Representatives representing Amak and Buhari, by the grace of God, they will see a positive change in Amak and Buhari.
2 days ago, a group of people in Delta State gathered at a community called Bomadi, where they said that Ijaw people and Ijaws, we are 20 million, that Ijaw people who are 20 million have endorsed President Bola Tinubu, and using this same medium to tell the whole world that we the Ijaws, we have not, we did not, and we will never endorse President Bola Tinubu because there is no basis for us to endorse a calamitous government. Having said that, ADC, like what other people have said, has not only come to stay, but ADC has become a nightmare to President Bola Tinubu. Imagine a sitting president came on national TV saying that opposition cannot threaten me, they cannot scare me, and you, this president, you have 32 governors, you have security agents, everything at your disposal, yet you are fidgeting, meaning that you are already a failure. Because when you look at all the indices, let me use 3 indices: security, economy, infrastructure. There is none that we can rate this APC government on a scale of 5. We are tired of fake leadership. I want to tell you at this juncture, the gathering we are just seeing today is just the very small out of what we are seeing. ADC already we are taking over everywhere. And I'm assuring this gathering that comes 2027, APC will be flatly on the floor. There will be nothing like APC again. This venture, I'm calling each and every member of this of my members in Nigeria here to come strongly, fully, and support ADC, because already we have taken over everywhere. Despite the witch hunting of the government and whatever they are doing, we are not going to give any room to other parties, especially APC. I'm telling you at this juncture, APC is already gone. They are only flashing around, but they are nobody. They don't have anything to offer. They don't have anything to give. They don't have anything to give to the idiots. But I'm assuring you, come 2027, ADC will take over the entire country. And by the special grace of God, there will be no.
Builders, it's too much for us, especially women. Women dey street, today market and struggle today and tomorrow. So if there is youth can go up, make women come out for suffering. So no, if these people enter there now, there is woman empowerment. So when woman can collect, it can reduce tire, can reduce load for you. I pray for them to fit join us, being that we need to collect our power back for Nigeria.
It was concluded at the conference that witch hunting was a betrayal of justice and a threat to democracy, which should not be allowed to strive in the free society. Therefore, Nigerians were called to stand tall against any kind of political witch hunting, and together they should uphold the value of fairness, independence, and truth. Augustus Oche Ifene, Delegate TV, Abuja.